What's going on, everyone? So, the Lakers lost Spencer Dinwiddie and Taurean Prince this past offseason, which was very disappointing because both guys were waiting around for the Lakers. Both guys wanted to stay with the Lakers. And then you saw Taurean Prince go to his baby daddy in Darvin Ham. And then you saw Spencer Dinwiddie end up going back to Dallas. And it was frustrating because both these guys, one was actually very good all season, right? A lot of people had a bad taste in their mouth for Taurean Prince, but it wasn't because of Taurean Prince. It was because of Darvin Ham. It was because Darvin Ham just overly utilized him to the point where we all got sick of it. But Taurean Prince played his role. He did his job, and he did it excellent, right? He was the most consistent guy off the bench for us. He also was, arguably the most consistent guy not named LeBron James and Anthony Davis in that entire playoffs. Right? D'Lo had his games, but he was very inconsistent. Reeves didn't show up to game 4. Rui was non-existent, right? Like, Taurean Prince actually wasn't afraid of the moment. It was great to see. Spencer Dinwiddie, he had that one great game in which Darvin Ham actually slotted him properly and played him in the D'Lo role, and it's not a coincidence. It's the only game that the Lakers won without D'Angelo Russell last year. But beyond that, it was so exciting to get Spencer Dinwiddie because it was like exactly what we needed. Right? That playmaker off the bench, that guy that when LeBron and D'Lo go to the bench, boom, you got that guy that can slot in and play because we don't have Gabe Vincent. And what does Darvin Ham do? Oh, let's play Spencer Dinwiddie as if he's a 3-and-D wing. Just made no sense to me. And it was incredibly frustrating. And it is a big blow to the Lakers because I actually think Spencer Dinwiddie would have been great under J.J. Redick. I think J.J. Redick would have actually utilized him properly. I think Spencer Dinwiddie would have been a real factor for the Lakers this year. Same thing with Taurean Prince. I think J.J. Redick would have actually slotted him properly. I think he would have played the proper minutes and everything. And I think that this would have been really good for the Lakers. But there is this joke, that I've seen basically since both these guys left in which, it's like, it's okay. We replaced Prince and Spencer Dinwiddie with Bronny James and Dalton Knecht. And now the Bronny James part, I think, is a little silly because, Bronny James probably not going to play much. I think he will actually play on the main roster. I think, especially game 1, I could see Bronny and LeBron playing together. But look, Bronny James isn't going to be playing heavy minutes. Not going to really be in the rotation. He's going to be playing primarily in the G League. Lakers have already talked about it. Bronny James has already talked about how he's planning to play in the G League primarily. But you know who you can make an argument the Lakers replace these two with is, yes, Dalton Knecht and Max Christie, right? Because Darvin Ham's obsession with Taurean Prince, it basically made Max Christie null and void. Right? He never really got the opportunity, never really got to play out there. So now Max Christie is going to get a real role in which he is better defensively. Now, he's not as big and long, right? But he is better defensively. Another argument is Taurean Prince, his veteranness. And, you saw things in specific moments that have an impact that I just don't think you're going to get from Dalton Knecht and Max Christie. Right? But I do think that there is also an argument that both these guys are much more versatile, right? I actually don't think Max Christie will be the Taurean Prince replacement. I think it's actually Dalton Knecht. Because I think Dalton Knecht will kind of play that role that Taurean Prince did, where Max Christie will kind of play the role in which Spencer Dinwiddie did. But Max Christie is that type of player, right? That 3-and-D guard wing, right? Where I think Dalton Knecht is that type of just knockdown shooter, movement shooter, right? But I actually think Dalton Knecht is much more versatile than Taurean Prince, right? That doesn't necessarily mean that he'll be better. I do think that there is a potential and possibility that that could be the case. But what I mean is he is much more versatile because he's just more athletic. He is better in the mid-range, where you look at Taurean Prince. Taurean Prince was primarily shooting the 3 or putting the ball on the deck and getting to the basket, right? It's basically where you're limited. And then Max Christie, I think he'll be actually slotted as that 3-and-D guard or wing at times, but he actually is best in that role rather than the Spencer Dinwiddie, who is a point guard, now having to play that 3-and-D role, which he never really played. I mean, Spencer Dinwiddie even talked about that. how it's an entirely new role for him that he has to get it used to and adjust. So again, I do think that these two guys may actually be better overall than Taurean Prince and Spencer Dinwiddie. Also, people forget we didn't have Spencer Dinwiddie all season, and he wasn't really this huge significant factor outside of that one game, right? But stick with Dalton Knecht first. Because again, let's look at Dalton Knecht in place of Taurean Prince. Now, I don't think Dalton Knecht's going to play 40 minutes a game like Taurean Prince did. So he might not have as many 15, 20 point games, but he also may, right? The reason I like Dalton Knecht is, again, he has the size, he has the length, he has the versatility, much like Taurean Prince. You can slot in at the 2, you can slot in at the 3, much like Taurean Prince. If you wanted to go small, you could slot him at the 4 even. I wouldn't really do that. I actually like Dalton Knecht better at the 2 than the 3, personally, right? Rather than him kind of being arguably undersized at the 3 in most matchups, just a bigger 2 in every matchup. Kind of what Taurean Prince was, where, at times he was undersized at the 3, but he was just bigger than everyone at the 2. It's kind of what I like with Dalton Knecht. But Dalton Knecht, one, has shown, granted, to be fair, before I really dive into this, we don't know wholeheartedly what Dalton Knecht will bring, right? We saw him in Summer League. If everything we saw in Summer League translates, he'll be better than Taurean Prince. Because, again, he's more versatile. He showed that he was a better playmaker. He showed, especially with that look-ahead pass, which I think will be huge, especially playing alongside LeBron and stuff like that. But he is better in that mid-range, which is a lot more useful and valuable for the Lakers. Because, again, Taurean Prince was basically shooting the 3, or he's pump faking, putting the ball on the deck, and just bullying his way to the basket, hopefully drawing contact or finishing at the rim. Which, at times, when he didn't draw the contact, you saw him miss and we were going the other way. What Dalton Knecht provides is the ability to do those same things, knock down the 3, also get to the rim, but he also can stop on a dime and pull up off the dribble, shoot over the top if the defense collapses, something that Taurean Prince was not able to do. And when he did try to do it, he was terrible, right? Dalton Knecht, just with the mid-range alone, is more versatile and could be better utilized than what you saw with Taurean Prince. I also think Dalton Knecht, because of his athleticism, because of his versatility, because of his youth, could potentially be better defensively than Taurean Prince, right? Taurean Prince, again, had his moments. The biggest thing that Taurean Prince brings that Dalton Knecht doesn't is, again, that veteranness and understanding of being there and doing that, and the comfortability you see with that experience, right? Example is that elimination game against the Phoenix Suns. Tight game, game's on the line. Phoenix has the basketball. Play ensues. Ball ends up heading out of bounds. If that ball goes out of bounds, it's Phoenix's ball. They get to run a play. If they score, they probably win that game. Instead, what happens, that ball is rolling out of bounds. Taurean Prince goes, no, I'm going to go get that. Tracks the ball down, gets the ball, heads the other way, and ices the game. Those kind of plays, those little things, are what made Taurean Prince so valuable. Will Dalton Knecht be able to do those things and recognize those moments? I don't know. We'll see. But I do think, again, Dalton Knecht is much more versatile on both sides of the basketball than what Taurean Prince is. Now, does everything translate? That's the question, right? So I'm not willing to say wholeheartedly, without a doubt, the Lakers are so much better. No, they have the potential to be, right? Because you're getting some real youth and athleticism and just much more versatility in the positions that you're looking to fill than what you get with Taurean Prince, Spencer Dinwiddie, right? So if they can both capable of filling in that role, then yes, that potential is there. But Dalton Knecht is a big question mark, if we're being honest. Now, Max Christie, looking at him in the Spencer Dinwiddie role. Again, Spencer Dinwiddie is a point guard that was masquerading around as a 3-and-D wing. It's not what he is. Again, Spencer Dinwiddie said himself It's not what he is, and it's a new role, and he has to adjust to it. Max Christie, that is his role. And he might be our best on-ball defender, not named Jared Vanderbilt. Like, seriously. Gabe Vincent definitely can give Max Christie a run for his money and is in that conversation. But Max Christie, I mean, what he did against like Damian Lillard and Devin Booker and, you know, some of these just tough offensive assignments that he had to defend. Whew, I mean, he really held his own and did excellent. Excellent. Not good, not great. I mean, excellent. Like elite level. So that is exciting for that regard. 40% on catch and shoot threes, where Spencer Dinwiddie was not that. Also, his ability to put the ball on the deck, get to the basket, hit the mid-range, make plays, right? Do a lot of the same things that the Lakers were looking for Spencer Dinwiddie to do. But he's just better naturally in that role. Gives you the youth, gives you the athleticism, gives you all of those things that you are looking for and, you know, need for the Lakers. I wouldn't even be surprised if he end up in the starting unit at some point, right? Because, again, he just makes more sense alongside D'Angelo Russell and even Austin Reeves, you can argue, right? So I look at Max Christie and I'm just like, man, this is a guy that just can fill the Spencer Dinwiddie role better, right? And because that is where he's better slotted in, where Spencer Dinwiddie was really out of position and kind of out of his element. And you saw that translate on the basketball court. Now, obviously, again, Max Christie, question mark, because we don't know. Like, he's had his moments where he's looked brilliant. He's had his moments where he's had great defensive sequences and then followed that up with great offensive sequences, whether it's making a play for somebody else, knocking down the three, you know, creating offense for himself, you know, pulling up in the midi, going and drawing contact, getting an and one, right? Like, we've seen the moments where you're just like, that's that dude, right? Max Christie looks A1. We've seen moments where he started. We've seen moments where he's came off the bench. We've seen moments where he's played big minutes. We've seen moments where he's played small minutes. It's the inconsistency and the lack of real true sample size. And if he gets that consistency, is he able to maintain at the level in which we need him to maintain? Or what you see with some guys, right? Taurean Prince, for example. Taurean Prince played 15 minutes. The Lakers were nearly unbeatable. As soon as he played in that like 20-minute plus, Lakers couldn't win a game, right? Because it was like the more Taurean Prince was out there, the more it got exposed, the worse he was, right? It's just like you had this perfect spot in which Taurean Prince was A1, right? It's kind of the same thing with Max Christie. Is that something that kind of is the thing, right? If he can maintain that level, say he plays 20 minutes a game and he can continue to shoot 40% from three on catch and shoot and, you know, uptick his overall 3-point percentage as well as make plays for himself, make plays for others, then yeah. These two guys have the potential to be better than Spencer. Again, Spencer Dinwiddie didn't play for the Lakers half the season. And then when he did play, I mean, at times he was unplayable, right? Like unplayably bad. And I was a huge defender of Spencer Dinwiddie because I didn't believe it was his fault. It was Darvin Ham's fault, in my opinion. Right? Don't get me wrong. Spencer Dinwiddie deserves some blame. No, he was missing shots and just, you know, he didn't play to the best of his ability. But, you know, people act like Taurean Prince and Spencer Dinwiddie were like just irreplaceable and were so good that it's just Lakers have no shot to replace it, and that's just not the case. Max Christie and Dalton Knecht are very capable of filling in that role and playing that to a even better degree. So yes, Lakers could potentially be better with these two. But as always, this is a discussion. Pass question on you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What do you think? How do you feel with your thoughts? Do you agree with my points? Do you disagree with my points? Are you kind of in the middle, somewhere in between? However you feel, whatever your thoughts are, I would love to hear it. So let me know down in the comments below. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me know that so we enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. Not subscribe to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one. Thank you.